I mean, sometimes like I'm a loon, bro. Sometimes I need noises to go to sleep. Even like I'll
Me
turn
too.
everything off and realize I need to put.
I need a fan.
This is how corny, but I'll admit this to you guys. I have to listen to not. I don't want you guys to think of the wrong ASMR because there's some stupid shit. But to me, it's like it's like guided meditation, like rain noise, like and then like a few other things that will like help put me to sleep. But there's some freakish shit that I gotta stay away from because it's fucking weird.
Some real freakazoids.
Dude, like I don't understand some ASMR. Like I think ASMR is a cool tool to like help people fall asleep and go into meditative state, but some of that shit's fucking weird as hell, bro.
You know what I used to do to like fall asleep? I haven't really told that many people this. I might have actually told when I was a kid. I used to like because I used to have a lot of anxiety. I used to have like this like I used to pretend that there was like actors that I liked and stuff like that in a movie or a TV show. And every night I would have like a different episode of like this like TV show play out in my head until I fell asleep.
Yeah. Dude, it's funny because you're not alone in that, bro. It's like when I had to be alone in the dark at night, bro, I would make stuff up in my head. I don't remember a lot of it, but I did that for a long time in my life, bro. Like I would make stories and dreams up in my head so I would fall asleep with the dreams. And like I was probably kind of a just someone who was kind of a piece of shit, I guess, early on in my life, or like someone who was interested in women early on in my life. Because like I remember going to school, and my thing was I would have a crush at school, and then when I would go to sleep, I'd be thinking of myself on a date. Like picture like a Wonder Years scenario, and that's how I would picture myself with the crush in my mind, and I would go to sleep like that.
I do the same thing, dude. So I
You know
get that.
That
I
was
know exactly what you mean.
that put me to sleep as a kid was like having these crushes that I'm like, man, imagine if I could hold this girl's hand.
Imagine if I could hold this girl's head.
That'd be cool.
But I was probably like 8, 9, 10. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's weird that I can remember that shit. It's trippy. Dude, I'm about to tell you some crazy shit. Ready? Do you guys have you guys ever had like reoccurring dreams when you were a kid? Like ones you would have all the time?
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna give you some of mine, and then I want to hear some of your guys. So I'm gonna give you my main one. I'll give you the traumatizing ones. I'm gonna give you the good ones. So there's the simple ones. Like I remember myself climbing into a tree. I have a handful of them, so I'm just gonna bear with me. I would climb up to a tree, and it would have a face all of a sudden, and then it would open up its mouth real wide, and then I'd climb inside, and it would close its mouth, and I would stare out of its mouth, and then I would just wake up soon after that.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was a really weird one. There was also the one that, so we're going to go good, bad, and then good, bad. So then there was the one that I would literally walk out out of my house, and all the sky would turn gray, and then swords would start raining out of the sky, and I'd
Holy
be
shit.
out, and then one sword would go right through my head, and I'd wake up. So there was that
That's
one.
crazy.
And then, so there was the one that I would go out. So it was like a picnic. So I'd be out with my family, and we go out on this cliff. And we'd have a picnic, bro, and we're all having a good time. And all of a sudden, holes start opening up in the ground and swallowing up my family members. And as they fall down these holes, they hit a fan that chops their whole bodies up, and they die. They like
What the fuck?
Damn.
So as this has happening, we're all running away. And as I fall into my hole and I fucking hit the fan, I chop up and I wake up. It was
Shit hits
always
the
like
fan.
that. These were my dreams. It was always fucked up like that. But then the one that I loved the most, this was a reoccurring dream that I could actually stay in and not wake up from. That's why I saved this one for the last, because it was a good dream, bro. So my family would be in a snow maze. They'd be in a snow maze getting attacked by snowmen and evil snow creatures and shit. And I was a superhero that could fly through the maze and pick all of them up. And I'd be scooping them up, saving them, and bringing them to safety. And then I'd go back and I'd be beating up all the fucking snow monsters and shit. And
Made up all the snow monsters.
and that was another reoccurring dream I had. And those were all my main reoccurring dreams as a kid that I will always remember for some reason. They were gnarly as fuck.
I have more like locations that recur all the time, like from childhood into adulthood.
Yeah.
But there's like probably 3 main reoccurring dreams or events kind of happen the same, but not always exactly the same.
Yeah.
One of the locations, like one of the first ones and first recurring, I remember I wrote a short story about this in first, maybe kindergarten, first grade or kindergarten, and it was also weird and creepy. It was me walking in a desert, and then behind me like a shadow figure bursts out of the sand or like starts to crawl out of the sand, and they start chasing me through the desert until I find a rusty old warehouse type building. Like think of it like a dilapidated giant warehouse building in the middle of a desert that's all rusted out, full of sand inside.
Yep.
And like that happened many times in different ways. And I think the one I wrote about, and this would happen a few times. There was a girl in there, and one of the times I kissed the girl.
That was reoccurring.
Yeah,
That's elaborate for a reoccurring.
dude, my class was like, "What the fuck?"
Dude, that's
My
crazy.
class is like, what the fuck?
But yeah, that would happen a few times. That location came up a whole lot, and like that location actually stopped happening probably when I was in like middle school. Like I remember specific buildings that I've seen. I'm like, I've seen that in the dream before. But like also like weird streets that don't make sense. There's one similar. It's actually similar to the warehouse one because it's also kind of like in a warehouse location. I think I told you about this dream.
They were in
But it was
two warehouse.
yeah,
dreams?
this one's when I was older though, like late high school into early adulthood, and it was like this weird giant factory warehouse place, like just like like you could like fit like a small city inside this place or something. But it was this location that I'd been to like a few times in dreams, and then one of the dreams there was like an event going on. It was almost like an indoor parade because it was like a dystopian city of some kind. Like I said, that's what it seemed like. But people were doing this like big parade thing, and in the middle, like with the lane that they're all walking through, there's like these metal grates, and I was inside one of the metal grates, and I found like a baby.
Whoa.
Oh no! Actually, no. I think it was like there was like a kid. Fuck, I have this written down somewhere, but I don't know where it is right now. There was like a kid. I think he like got shot or he was like dying, and I held the kid, and then the kid like turned into a baby, and I started crying so passionately it hurt, type of cry. And I remember this from my dream. It was so intense. And then like while that's happening, there's all these other kids around me just staring at me, and then like I could see people above me celebrating the parade, and then I had literally like subliminal messaging flashes of an image of an old decrepit old woman, and in my brain it was yelling at me like Baba Yaga, Baba Yaga, Baba Yaga every time the face flashed in front of me. That was like from late high school into early adulthood.
Baba Yaga, Baba Yaga, Bobby.
Yeah, I was having a lot of crazy dreams when I was like dabbling in the occult.
I feel like I had my craziest dreams, now that like you say that, around a cemetery, if that makes sense. Like where I lived, where there was a cemetery behind the house, is where I think I had like my craziest dream. That was the one where I told you about like the woods. This is like my only reoccurring dream that I can think of. Well, actually I have two. One was I fought a bunch of werewolves, and it was scary as fuck.
That's awesome.
It was awesome, but I would end up dying almost every time. So it's just
dude, almost every recurring dream is like dying dreams for some reason.
that 100%.
That's why all three I mentioned were all dying ones, except for that last one. It always was weird to me that was the one that I survived in. I was like a superhero. It was amazing. Me flying around, fucking up snow monsters was awesome.
Rescuing your family from the maze, the ice maze. When I was a kid, I had this reoccurring dream. This wasn't the werewolf one. I was like running through like a dark, like dead forest. It was kind of like brightly lit, but it was still nighttime, and everything was like dead, like the forest was dead. I came out onto like an open field basically, and there was just a gigantic fucking like TV just like playing static. And I would like have that dream like reoccurring where I'm running through the dead woods, and I come out to the field and I see the fucking static. It's weird.
Yeah, that's trippy, man.
Yeah. Sometimes there'd be dinosaurs that would eat me, but a lot of the time it would just be like
Yo.
I'm like fucking frightened. Like I don't want to know what's like happening.
I feel like a lot of people say that they like, oh, they never die in their dreams, but I feel like all three of us have very quickly talked about dying in our dreams.
Yeah, my roller coaster.
I feel like, well, I've also heard like it's a random thing that people that die in their dreams are hyper intelligent, which is probably like one of those corny things you read online. But I have
Because you
read
can
that.
like it's like you feel it, you feel the pain. At least like this is actually another recurring dream. Again, later in life though, just being chased around, and like at one point these two people confront me, and I go to like parkour out the window, and as I'm in the window, I just feel myself get stabbed in my ribs, and it was so scary. I was so scared. I was so scared to die.
Can you punch and dream?
It depends on the dream. I have punched and had nothing happen. I've also punched and had things happen. So it's like
Punch, it's like my hands are made of like concrete, and it's almost like I go in slow motion, but everybody else is moving in like normal speed.
You know, I've had a lot of dreams lately about my teeth falling out.
I've
happens
had
to
dreams like
me.
that. That means something. Look it up.
Like a
Yeah,
lot.
it
I
means
know I
death.
did. It's actually death. No, that's
No, it means something else.
That's what I
it-
looked up recently, and that's what it said.
Did you ask
Yeah.
ChatGPT?
No, I looked it up on Google.
Look it up because I've looked that up recently too.
Let me
Not
ask
recently.
ChatGPT.
it could mean a lot of things.
I have a dream about my teeth falling out probably once every like 10 years.
What?
This year I've had about 6 of them, bro.
That's scary. That's like those are awful dreams.
I've heard it means doom. I had one a year ago.
I think it means you're worrying about something a lot.
Probably what it is. You guys want to hear a fun reoccurring dream my old best friend used to have that I thought was terrifying? It's
Tell
very
us about
short. It's very short. So he'd be walking down the street and a school bus would be driving by him and all of a sudden it would tip over and crush him and kill him and then he'd wake up.
Wow.
And he said he used to tell me about it every time it happened. And he said it like literally would make him wake up in almost sleep paralysis where he couldn't even move out of his bed.
Oh wow. Oh,
It was, like,
dude,
terrifying to him.
you remind me of another reoccurring dream that's actually is kind of older than the desert one. It's from one like my earliest childhood memories of having dreams,
Yeah.
and it's me falling from space. And at first I'm scared, but then like the closer I get to Earth, the slower it feels like I'm falling, and I just start enjoying it.
Okay. Do you guys remember having the reoccurring dreams where you would start spinning in your dream and then you couldn't stop?
No,
No.
no.
I had tons of those.
That
So I would start in my
sounds
dream-
disorienting.
That was your past self reaching out to your future inebriated self.
I remember like I would spin and then I couldn't stop, or I'd be rolling. I'd be in like a tumbersault. You know what I mean? Like one of those, like
Yeah.
and then I wouldn't be able to stop. There was like no way to stop, and there was no way to wake up either. Like I'd be trying to wake myself up. I'm like, is this a dream? Is it not?
Wow.
Very much a nightmare every time it would happen. Crazy.
Not exactly like you can't stop, but like a kind of hard to control experience was my flying dreams. I'd like start to like learn in dreams. I would learn how to fly just naturally, kind of on accident, and then start to like learn how to hone it. And a lot of it was like me starting to float and not knowing why, and I'm like trying to angle myself, but still floating in a direction that I'm not trying to go in. It felt like it was really hard to control.
That's crazy.
I used to have dreams before I stopped. Like weed
I
really
think-
ruins it for me. Weed gets rid of my dreams.
I think the reason why I have a fear of heights is because of my dream. Because of all the weird, like I've had weird like interactions in my dreams of like falling to my death and shit. Like not
Yeah.
reoccurring ones, just ones where I'm falling and I die, and they're always different.
Have you ever had a roller coaster dream? I have one of those.
So it's not so. I want to listen to yours, the roller coaster dream. But let's move into not reoccurring dreams and just random ones now. Because
Well,
I think that would be it'd be more broad, and we're gonna have better ones now.
do you ever have a dream that you're like on a roller coaster and then you fall off the roller coaster and then you hit the ground and then you wake up on the floor?
Not on the floor, but actually had a dream about falling out of a roller coaster and like waking up while I was doing it. Yeah, but not waking up on the floor though.
That happened to me, the floor thing, multiple times actually, like 2 or 3 times.
Well, that's reoccurring. That's crazy.
Yeah, that one I did not like.
That's nuts, man.
I feel like you told me about more reoccurring dreams. Like you and I talked about a lot of them because I also have like a shitload of reoccurring shit.
No,
like,
I talked about a lot of
whole
premonition
bunch.
dreams that I had.
Oh,
If
that's
I
what
really
it is.
thought I could, because I
Yeah.
had more as a kid. The ones I have that are main are like main, but
Another reoccurring location is a location that's I think my brain is telling me it's from Chicken Little, but it's a series of backyards and houses
What the fuck?
at dusk and like a bright light in the sky and me running through these yards and houses and they're all like emptied and abandoned.
That actually sounds pretty sick, honestly.
I had a dream once, and it only happened once. But it was me, and I met.
I had a
Jim
dream
Carrey.
once and it only happened once.
It only happened once.
Yep, just once, because it's not reoccurring. But like, bro, it'll always stick with me. Don't remember what led up to it, but I know I got to meet Jim Carrey, and in the middle of meeting him,
Yeah,
talking,
Jim
That's
Carrey.
cool.
and then in the
I-
middle of meeting him
yeah.
and talking to him, he started projectile vomiting all over me, and then I woke up.
That's amazing.
Like monster projectile, like I'm talking like a stream of puke like this big, dude, like plowing me. It was crazy.
Monster projectile puking.
And then I'm like, oh wow, cool. I thought it was
Wow.
real until it happened. and I woke up.
So I have a lot of dreams where I'll see like an image and then like either a few months later or a few years later, it's usually not right after, I'll like be doing something and I'll see that almost like verbatim that exact image that I saw months or years before, and I'll have a deja vu moment where I'll remember seeing that exact picture in my dream like it was a photograph, and then it's almost like coming and matching that image almost, and it just all clicks like, oh my god, I remember having this dream. And I used to have those a lot as a kid. I don't have them as much anymore, but like as a kid I used to get dreams like that a lot, like so much so where I actively recognized that this would happen. I would be like holy shit, riding my dirt bike and see something and be like, whoa, I remember this, I remember the dream.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
I have had an insane amount of deja vu in my life, and I still have it all the time.
I still get deja vu, but I don't get the dream thing. So I get the feeling of like, oh, I've seen this before, but I never get like that feel. Like I don't really dream that much anymore, so I never like get that premonition dream thing as much anymore, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We really don't know anything about dreams, dude. Like dreams could be some crazy shit.
Have you ever had the sense of deja vu where you felt like you were able to change the outcome of the moment that you were having the deja vu in?
No, I've always felt like it happens, and even when I realize that it's happening, my realization is all part of the deja vu that's happening. Like I almost like feel like, oh, this, even my realization was supposed to happen, if that makes sense.
It does, because it's like it's the exact thing that I felt with certain types of deja vu that I felt. I've also had deja vu where I remember having the dream in the moment, being like, I don't like that outcome, I'm going to be different in this, and then I change myself, and it feels like I'm almost alternating my. This is going to sound crazy, but it's like I've dreamt this before, I'm reliving it, I can change it. So I change it and I can create an outcome that I can become more happy with. And I've done it before. I feel like I'm time traveling in the moment. It's like, it's crazy, bro. Like I know
It's like
that
the
sounds
butterfly
like
effect.
that sounds autistic as shit, but
That sounds autistic as shit. I understand.
I swear I've lived those moments before, and it sounds insane, but
We have all been here before.
Yeah. It's all
what
part
I'm
of a
saying?
plan.
You know what I'm saying, dude? Beer is a very helpful time travel device as well, and we should all drink it a lot.
We should all drink it